Hey guys, Crack199 here, and today I am back to tell you about my artistic, crafty side, along with a part of my animal knowledge side. Now, in part one, I have told you how I have a very artistic, crafty side, and the stuff that I make out of random materials that I find either in the store or at home. Now this is part two, and I want to still share with you a little bit further on the stuff that I actually am able to create out of ordinary objects. So, as you've seen in part one, you've seen all the dragon-like creations that I've created over the course of my years. I do want to share with you further why I actually did something like that. Now, this was the second creation from the original that I made a few years ago. Um, I was giving a piece of fabric string from actually an actual sweater that one of my brothers gave to me. So I actually tore it up and turned it into a dragon-like creature that I have made. I do over and over again. I have made with pipe cleaners, feathers, all that kind of stuff. I even painted it to look like actual elemental dragons. When after a few years, I don't know why, I just like cut it up into pieces. I rethought the image and I put it into this one. Now you can see I have actually made out of fabric string that you usually use to tie up boats to the dock. I've taken that into consideration and I turned it into this. This was a lot of work. I did use full-on pipe cleaners the first time, and then I actually took it apart again and remodeled it, and now I have added a whole series of colorful feathers from head to tail. This was an absolute creation of my life. I did actually end up keeping it. I'm not gonna chop it up anytime soon because this was a whole lot of work and a whole lot of time. I have created a lot of these in different configurations, which also led to before this, as you guys know in my previous videos, you know I have written books before, but I haven't told you the stuff I actually use to create these. Now, the stuff I use to make these is books I do find at the store at some points, even books my mom brings back from her job that she allows me to use. So I take the book and turn it into the animal books that you see right here. Even if I can't find any of these around the house, I will even take a few pieces of paper, I cut them in the book sizes, staple them together, and actually remodel them and turn them into animal books. So basically, I usually turn anything that I find into something else. Like a few years ago, when I was younger, we were at a restaurant and I was just doing my own thing. I actually took one or two paper towels and I actually twisted them together, making little paper dragons, and I always like take them back over with me to play with. And that then on, it just turned into what I just showed you. So yeah, this creative side half that I have is generally also like to share with people the stuff that they see me make, and like I always like tell them how I do it, because half the time when I make this stuff, it kind of looks like the dragons that you see in pictures when you search them on the internet. Half the time it may look similar. Sometimes it might actually probably look at the exact same. Like, I don't even need to like look at the picture while I'm doing this. Like, I just go right ahead. I make it all the distinguishing. I'm just getting stuck. I make all the distinguishing features. I get everything. I get the claws. I get the teeth. I get the front limbs, the back limbs, the entire tail, and I generally make my own designs out of them. So I try to try to make it to the best of my abilities and see what I can actually turn it into. Now that's the part I do actually like to do during my spare time. Is actually one thing that I do actually like to cherish, because it's kind of like it's like taking supplies that people use for one thing and you use it and turning it into something that no one's ever seen before. That's the part that I do like while doing this, either with making dragons or writing books. I don't like to see some stuff go to waste, so it's probably best to use it for a different reason. Like you can turn it into, like, say you have a bottle that someone didn't want anymore, you can take and turn it into like something for like a science project. Like that's turning like something that was justly ordinary and turning it into something better. That's actually something I like a lot of people have done, and I do actually appreciate that a lot, because like instead of let something go into waste, you can like take it and do something else and do something else with it, that turning into something that suits you and actually is unique to others that have like never even seen it before. Like it's like when you look at it, they're like, oh my goodness, like I never seen this before. Like that is actually a good way to cherish anything that is not had thing that has no purpose anymore, and that you actually give it another purpose and like another strategic way that no one has ever witnessed before in their lives. So yes, I carried this type of artistic fascination for years, and I do like to continue it on, and also like to see people do the exact same, and see if it will make the people around them like joyed, and actually make the person themselves very accomplished for what they did. All right, that's it for today. I thank you guys for joining me with me today, and I will see you next time. Dragons, reptiles, forever. All right, I will see you next time. Bye.